38 miles northeast of San Diego at the San Diego Country Estates. We are surrounded on three sides by the Cuyamaca Mountains and on the fourth by the Barona Indian Reservations. There are really no estates built yet, just a tennis court and a handball of holes have been dug out here so they can play a little bit of golf. The road is not even finished yet, but all morning long the Rolls Royces and the chauffeured limousines have been bringing the celebrities to see this most talked about match in the history of tennis.
Fighter, hustler. He places the ball very well. I think she's going to have her hands full.
I kind of think that if you're competing seriously all the time, Margaret Court will have an edge.
I've got to go with Bobby in this match. He's a great player. He's a great control player.
100 men in the United States that could beat Margaret Court or Billie Jean King.
I think that it's very exciting, and I believe that Margaret Court will beat Bobby Riggs.
I think Bobby is going to win that match against Margaret.
Someone of Margaret's, stature. I think Margaret's playing the best tennis of her life, and I think Bobby Riggs is living on his past. He's 55 years old, and he wears glasses, and I'd be surprised if he wouldn't have a coronary right there. But I really, truly believe that Margaret will win.
Three-time Wimbledon champion, 4 times women's single champion in the United States, winner of the Grand Slam of tennis, and the current leading money winner on the Women's Pro Tour. From Australia, meet Margaret Court. Thank you very much. Her opponent, twice a United States singles champion, also a winner at Wimbledon, a man who in 1967 was enshrined into the Tennis Hall of Fame, colorful and controversial Bobby Riggs. See, he's not such a bad guy after all. Margaret, from all of us, happy Mother's Day, and I just wonder how you feel about the match.
Tony Travert. And Tony, what can we look for here today?
Well, Brent, I hit with Margaret Court the last couple of days, and she is strong. She hits the ball hard. She runs very well, and I think Bobby's in real trouble.
Listen to that, saying nice things about Margaret. Have you got anything nice to say about Bobby Riggs at this point?
No, not really. Except that I do know that he's in excellent condition. For 55 years old, he's a super athlete.
He said, by the time Sunday comes along in the match, you'll be 4 years old. There's the Duke himself, John Wayne, watching for the Barona Indians.
I think they're quite a ways behind us. Hopefully we won't have to be worried about them. You know, a couple days ago, Margaret...
Press, San Diego.
Play. Mr. Riggs. Mr. Riggs.
Showing us exactly what we...
30-15.
But I'm hoping she'll use a lot more frequently.
There's Pancho Segura enjoying the action.
Score is 30-15.
Bobby Riggs leading 2 games to love in this first set.
Into the net and caught her. She hit the ball a little high trying to get depth on her shot, and Bobby had a nice easy volley. Now he's standing way over to the side. He's not near the center of the court.
saying that.
First set.
Pancho Segura, I know you've been playing with Bobby Riggs. Has he done anything so far that might have surprised you?
Not at all. I think he's playing the game great. He's softballing Margaret to death. As you've seen Bobby throwing those high shots, and Margaret let them bounce, so softballs. And Margaret hasn't been able to realize it yet.
Okay, Pancho, thank you very much. Now back to Brent Musburger.
Just as Pancho Segura pointed out, a one-sided match with that hustler himself, an athlete, which he is. But he is also one of the great hustlers, as Margaret Court just got that one past him.
That's the first time Margaret's come to the net behind her.
30. Outside, 30, Mr. Riggs.
Margaret has lost service once. Bobby has not. If we need a tiebreaker, we will go to the 9-point sudden death that the women use on their
match. No reason to change now, is there?
Well, no, to me it looks, Pat, like I said 6-3, 6-3 for Riggs, but at the moment it looks like Bobby's just toying with her, and I know that's going to have a demoralizing effect on Margaret if she thinks he's just horsing around with her.
Well, Dan, thank you much for your opinions.
Right, okay.
Good. Now back to Brent Musburger.
And Bobby's return was outside. That call made by Virginia Glass. She works with underprivileged children down in the San Diego area.
She seems to try that drop.
There it is. Bobby Riggs has won the first set by a score of 6-2. And we'll be back with the Margaret Court Bobby Riggs tennis match right after this pause for station identification. Nancy, on this glorious afternoon in sunny Southern California, what does Margaret Court have to do to get it together here in the second set?
Well, I don't really think she can win this match unless she really forces. She's got to get to the net, take Bobby's second serve, come to the net, and really try to play an offensive game. Otherwise, she's just going to stay back and fall right into the pattern that he hopes that she will fall into.
Mr. Riggs serving. Mr. Riggs.
I think Damon Runyon once told his son, young man, beware of someone with a sealed deck of cards who promises you that the Jack of Diamonds will jump out and squirt cider in your ear. Because sure enough, it will happen. And it may happen here to Margaret Court with Bobby Riggs applying the pressure. Tony, he is indeed a Runyon-esque character, isn't he?
He really is, and he's played the script to the hilt, not only in the preparation of the match, but the actual match. We had more controversy, and as tennis director down here at San Diego Country Estates, I had to handle those controversies we can get into in a moment.
Tell me about the balls at the flip of the coin. Yeah.
Absolutely. I didn't think Bobby could play this well, and I didn't think that he could handle Margaret's power and her depth of shots as well.
Bobby Riggs here in the second set takes the first game after beating Margaret Court 6.
Missed it on the sideline.
Outside, Virginia Glass.
15-30.
The longest point of the match so far, and the question now is, can Bobby Riggs stand to play in those kind of rallies? Will that take too much energy out of him?
Back to match point.
Mr. Riggs.
That almost looks like nerves to me when you really don't hit out on the ball, you know? She has such a great forehand.
Match point. There it is. Bobby Riggs wins 6-2, 6-1. Unbelievable.